Hey guys, welcome back to I'm Just a Fan. It's your host Ben, and today we're going to be recapping City Arsenal, my thoughts, and just overall, again, kind of reviewing through the game and what this means going forward. So before I start the video, I just wanted to say, hey, if you could give me a like on this video, if you could drop a comment on anything you think is interesting, or even feel free to subscribe to this to my YouTube channel as well. I would really greatly appreciate that, and it would go a really long way. And now let's get right into the video. All right, so this game with City was quite the interesting game. Now, to preface this for anyone watching, I'm going to be speaking from an Arsenal fan perspective. I'm going to try to keep this unbiased, but also at the same time, I'm going to be biased. I'm going to be more biased when it comes to my overall emotions and thoughts about the game. But when it comes to more of, obviously just like kind of talk about the game, I will try to be as unbiased as possible. First off, again, I thought in the beginning of the game, I thought City looked really good. They were moving the ball well. We're getting good chances on us. And then all of a sudden, it broke free. Calafiori came a little too tight on Savinho. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Savinho. I don't know exactly how his name. I apologize. Regardless, he was able to make a really, really good pass to Haaland. I'm not sure exactly what happened with Gabriel and Saliba. It's almost like there had to be some miscommunication because Haaland was left wide open through that lane. And boy, did he take advantage of that. Scored in 9 minutes in. And to say the least, I was fucking pissed. Just wasn't what I expected from this game. I thought there was a chance that Haaland wouldn't score at all. Excuse me. I thought he wouldn't score at all, potentially. I even made my video earlier in the weekend that I was like, okay, this whole game for me comes down to the matchup between Gabriel and Saliba on Haaland. And seeing that in the beginning, really, it just pissed me off as an Arsenal fan because, again, I have so much respect and confidence in those two out of everyone. And just seeing them not, do their job and let... and let Haaland score. It just was not even a little. It was disappointing. But we kept doing our thing. All of a sudden, I think it was a free kick. If I remember correctly, a free kick was awarded, and Arsenal got the kickoff before the ball was, or before most of City was set. I don't know all the rules with that, but we caught him off guard. And all of a sudden, Martinelli caught him off guard, did a fantastic job. He, in my opinion, played better this game. I thought he had a little bit of a bounce back game. Not saying he was anything fantastic, but the fact that he led to us getting in the box within that situation, I thought that just showed that he at least is still trying to do his best after, in my opinion, a pretty woeful appearance versus Atalanta. And I just thought it was a better performance from him. But his pass ended up going to Calafiori, who ended up taking the shot, and it went in. I mean, what a beautiful shot. It was beautiful. I wasn't expecting it. I love seeing him, celebrate with Arteta. Really showed that he has that camaraderie with the team, all that stuff. I just liked seeing that. And at that point, I was like, okay, this game's back to, it's pretty much 0-0. Again, going into this game, I was going to take a draw as an Arsenal fan. And at that point in the game, I really liked where we were at. I thought Arsenal just were going to park the bus, and, that's pretty much what we were going to do. And to an extent, that's what we did. But later in that second half, again, you get a set piece off of the minimal chances that you had because, again, City was doing a fantastic job just possessing the ball. And bam, was that just a beautiful goal off the corner again to Gabriel, got over everyone, did his thing. It's just beautiful, beautiful football by this team. Beautiful. Excuse me for all the yawning. It's a little late on my end when I'm recording this. Anyways, I thought, again, it was a great corner. It was... Again, just showing how, I forget the guy's name, but Arsenal's set-piece coach just doing his thing, this team being prepared to score off of other, things that aren't necessarily just scoring in the box. And at that point, I was feeling ecstatic. I was like, oh my gosh, you're up 2-1. now you can really park the bus and you'll still even take a draw. But obviously you can win the game. But then everything changed. Trossard was already on a yellow, and he went for a shitty tackle attempt, kind of hit a guy. Originally, I thought that was going to be a card by the ref for that. I thought that was still soft anyways. But apparently it's because he kicked the ball after. I don't know. This is something the Premier League needs to really consider. Everyone that I was watching, whether it came from analysts or people online, said that was a soft-ass call by the ref. And again, it was just another week of Arsenal not necessarily getting fucked over by the refs, but just having some bullshit taken out of them. And it really just killed my vibe, because all of a sudden you're down to 10 men. You then go into half. You pretty much have to just think, okay, we got to hold on for dear life. Don't lose the game. Minimum get a draw, but don't lose this fucking game. And honestly, that entire second half, I have to give credit to the guys. I just thought they did such a good job for what they were asked to do. You were down a ton of men. No Martin Odegaard. No Marino. And now no Trossard. And they fought. They defended their fucking ass off. City could not get shit going in until the literal last moment. I was watching that and just being like praying, oh my God, like please, just get through this game. We take the corner and get the fuck out of here. Like, let's just get out. But God, that was not the intended outcome, I guess, of today's game. And the corner was deflected off by Raya and was then kicked in by John Stones. Just a deflating, and again, I almost called myself right there. I almost said a loss, deflating draw. I'm very proud that we got a draw there. I'm very proud that we took points there at the Etihad. It's never an easy place to go, specifically on the week that we've had. Again, you just were at Spurs a week ago, down also Declan Rice. You just had a 0-0 draw game at Atalanta. And to just show that much of a fight against Manchester City with the refs, it just really, I don't know, it killed me a little bit because I had to transition from watching this to the NFL, and it was almost hard for me to process watching the NFL for a little bit because I was just so stuck up on that draw. I was sick to my stomach watching that shit. Of course, City scored late. It is what it is. I just didn't expect that out of all things. And I don't know. It just, even talking about it now, it still blows my mind. The only other points I would really say coming from this game is, again, going back to the refs, there has to be more consistency with these calls. If you're going to call the game like this, okay, it's understood, but it has to be held up consistently. Doku, he kicked the ball away. Where was the card for that? Just no card, okay? But then there's one for Trossard. Doesn't make sense. Haaland was doing some tomfoolery today. Threw the ball off Gabriel's head at the end. The fuck was that? Nothing for that. Just a lot of things I feel like they missed. And again, it's all about consistency. I understand those things are going to happen, but it's the way and the fashion it goes about. So you're going to enforce Arsenal like this, but you're not going to enforce City like that. It just doesn't make sense to me. And in my opinion, it hurts the product overall as from a viewing standpoint. And that's something the Premier League needs to consider as, again, I am their target demographic. I am their audience. I'm not, again, their whole audience. But come on, man. How many times do we have to say the refs have been shit? They've been shit for the last couple of years. You guys need to invest in this. I don't know exactly what you need to do, but what you're doing right now is not fucking working. So please take my advice. If anyone in the Premier League is watching this, which I know damn well they're not, but still, that's just my take to the Prem. Again, as a neutral, I'm sure this game was fantastic to watch, but for me personally, again, as an Arsenal fan, it was just very tough to, I just wanted this game to end, and just in the fashion it ended, I'm extremely proud of the guys, specifically the 10 that were out there, but at the same time, I can't say I didn't want to win there. I mean, you were literally seconds away from taking 3 points from City. Yes, that doesn't win you the league, but it puts you in a better position. And again, if Man City wins the league, maybe by a few points, this is something I'm going back to this game. I'm instantly going back to this game. It's this or the Brighton game so far for Arsenal, and it just sucks. It sucks. Again, I came in expecting a draw or wanting a draw. Obviously wanted to win, but taking a draw. But how the events unfolded, it just was a little bit more harder to stomach than I was anticipating after seeing the end result. So yeah, credit to Manchester City for equalizing. That's what they do. It's what they do best. They finish games. That's why they're the champions, and they've been the champions. But yeah, that's all I really got to say about this game. I had to really process this before I made it, just because I was so not deflated, but I just couldn't believe it. I could not fucking believe it. I thought Arsenal really deserved those 3 points. They were the better side today. And I was just kind of in shock, honestly. I was just kind of in shock that they just didn't get it done. It was just in the way it happened. Again, I'll still take the draw, but just a hard one to stomach as an Arsenal fan. And yeah, that's all I have for today's video. I will try to make some videos later in the week. I have one coming out for the Eagles. I'm going to do an NFL recap. I'm going to do a Prem recap. And then I might do a baseball video coming up for the Phillies. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, I appreciate you guys watching this. Like I said, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you like this type of content, subscribe, and please drop any comments down below. I will be there to respond. I'm trying to build a community, and I really would appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace, guys.